All of you are going to perish. And I am bringing a curse. I told them that if you don't let Biafra go, this God that we worship will destroy Nigeria beyond recognition. It happened to Pharaoh in the Bible. Pharaoh was mocking God. Who is this your God? God, sit down. That is why I feel sorry for the likes of TB, Joshua, and other mega pastors you have in the zoo. All of you are going to hell. All of you are going to, because you people are children of perdition. You don't preach the word of God. You people preach the word of Lucifer. You people are Luciferians. You worship Satan. You don't to get from God. You cannot see anything. All of you claim your prophets. You could not predict what is happening in the zoo today. The something I told you in 2012, 13, 14, 15 is happening today. God will destroy Nigeria beyond redemption. Many of you shouting one Nigeria, you're going to die. Many of you will die. Because of that one Nigeria, you're going to die. Write it down. Don't say, don't misquote me. Write it down. I said, all of you championing one Nigeria, prominently, you're all going to die. Not only are you going to die, your race, your lineage, your family will be wiped out from the face of this earth. Your name will be gone. Write it down tonight. Today's date is the 9th day of May 2021. Write it down on a piece of paper. All of you are going to perish. And I am bringing a curse upon every pastor. Too far. I think there was a place in the scripture that said, do not add, do not subtract. I won't add anything. I will give you the little meaning of
Yama brought among us, picked among us, amongst this generation that everyone is against. Chukwokika picked that man up to be our, to save us from this evil and atrocious, neo-colonial plan. And we appreciate, Chukwokika for giving us Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Because what we have learned from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, I don't think that we will ever, have opportunity to learn it from any man. Because when he preaches freedom. He talks about our freedom. That is the reason why we cannot allow anybody to come in between us and our freedom. We cannot allow anybody, regardless of whom they are, they cannot come in between us and our freedom, because our freedom is not negotiable. Our freedom is something that must happen. I just pity those who are still undermining, what we are doing. I pity them. The reason why I say I pity those who are still undermining what we are doing is nothing but because those people who are still undermining what we are doing, they don't know that we can never unlearn what we have learned. We can never unsee what we have seen. There is no way we can forget the experiences that we have passed through in Nigeria, or forget the teachings that opened our eyes to see there is another way out. Because always our people, we've been trying to believe that there is no way out. We just believe in hope. We just have faith. One day it is going to happen. But nothing is going to happen. If you don't do something for something to happen, nothing is going to happen. No matter how much faith you have, nothing is going to happen. Because those whom you believe that they brought you religion, or those who brought you religion, they started teaching you about faith. They don't teach you about what faith can do, how faith works. There will be, no matter how much faith you have, you can never climb a tree and you will not hold on to the tree, and you are calling for God to come and assist you on top of that tree. No. That is to show you faith is something that you have to put into work. If you do not do something, faith will never occur, or your faith will never, give birth to what you are asking for. You need to be practical. Faith is all about practical. Faith is all about knowledge. Faith is all about, endeavor. Faith is all about hard work. So that is the reason why I am telling all those who think that they can sabotage what we are doing today. I am telling those who think that they could stop what we are doing today through violence, through manipulations, through, blackmail, through all sort of things. I am telling them to go back there and rethink, because they cannot. It is not possible to stop a spirit, because Biafra struggle is a spirit that can never be stopped. It is a wind that can never be stopped. Any man, any woman who believe or who think that they can stop the agitation or freedom of mankind, I pity those, because they do not know what they are doing. They do not know what they are doing. We are not going back. There is no negotiation when it comes to our freedom. There is nothing else other than, give us Biafra in peace. If you want to give us Biafra, best for you, best for us. If you don't want to give us Biafra in peace, we are still going to get Biafra. So I am sending a message, to all those stakeholders who believe that they can be there trying to sabotage, the likes of BBC, trying to sabotage what we are doing. I am actually trying to remind you that you cannot stop a spirit, because the agitation, we have crossed the Rubicon. We are at the point of no return. We can never, this generation is a generation now that is prepared to correct the mistakes of those who accepted the amalgamation. To correct the mistake of those who accepted the amalgamation. They can no longer speak on our behalf. We have grown past first generation of their mistakes, second generation of their mistakes, third generation of their mistakes. Now we are into the fourth generation that are going to correct the mistake for the fifth generation to reap and live a good life. That's where we are. That is the reason why I am here to tackle all these criminal infiltrators all over the place that have, that have no other thing to do in this struggle other than to find a way to sabotage, to destroy what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have put in place. We cannot let that be. We cannot let that happen. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu made it clear to us that we do not, play with discipline. That we do not play with discipline. We are rooted in discipline. So anybody who is not, carrying out orders given to them, or anybody who is not, following the command and control on be disciplined in this movement, that is also not Chopoge poor or Chopoge poor. Talk more of those people who just came from the back door trying to tell you they have a sideline some people, they have sidelined other people, therefore they are now the ones calling the shots, they are now the ones who are the leader in this time. We are here to debunk them. Ekberima and Co. Of course, you have seen what is going on, that the same people that they've been working together. Remember when their problem started? I want to remind you where their problem started. The breakup of Autopilot, the reason why Autopilot broke up, when we started talking about the money they stole from IPOB. The money they stole from IPOB, $740,000, which they stole from IPOB. So they now start, people who are eager to know where is their own share, what is going on. It is all about money issue that is making Autopilot to break down today. When you look at the activities of Autopilot today, you will understand. Remember that we've been calling Ekberima. Ekberima, you say you are Nelly Ofebu, and Nelly Ofebu is you. But today now, that same you is telling you that you are a criminal. They have searched everywhere. They could not discover anything related to where you say you are, professional. They haven't discovered or see any data that, proves that to be true. But when we were talking about it, we that are under command and control, when we were talking about it, you people that are, gullible, you believe that we are just, envious about non-entity. You believe that we are just jealous of Ekberima in Finland. No. We are not. We are trying to stop him from making you to unlearn what you have learned over the years in Radio Biafra. We were trying to stop him from instilling evil in you. We are trying to stop him from hijacking this IPOB movement to make it a political caricature. Just like you knew, when a reverend father gives him information of another reverend father, he will come and debunk it because that reverend father and the other one is not in a good term. When a politician give him information of another politician, give him some money, then he will come and debunk it because that politicians, they don't agree with each other. That's what he wanted to hijack the IPOB, the Biafra struggle movement, to use it for. And of course, to have a bonus, he was exposed to Nelly Ofebu. They were bringing the money, stealing money from IPOB, using it to raise criminals in Biafra land. And that criminals, they are ashing in Biafra land. They are only trying to create those criminals. Do you know why? So that the politicians who are sponsoring his activities in the internet and the politicians who are sponsoring the activities of Nelly Ofebu. Remember, I told you that Ekberima is Maradona, Nelly is Ronaldo. Nelly does not know that Ekberima is Maradona. That he is just Ronaldo. Ronaldo of recent years. So that is the reason why Nelly was using Simon, but used him, mess him up. At the end of the day, now they drop him because now the money is no longer coming the way it was coming before. It is no longer coming the way it was coming before. Now Ekberima is getting it through super chat. Ekberima is getting it through being what do you call? Now he want to extend it. When the other members of Autopilot are crying about the super chat that they are seeing in the program of Ekberima all the time, without them getting nothing, yet they are in the same syndicate. Now when Ekberima extended this super chat to now say you must, sign up, you must pay before you do a comment, they now begin to ask question. Is it all about Ekberima in Finland? Is it all about Ekberima? What is our leverage? What is here for us that Ekberima is getting all the attention, Ekberima is getting all the glory, Ekberima is getting all the money. Because ego for Google. That is the reason why you see them today doing what they are doing, fighting one another. It is true, I haven't been on the internet to know what is happening there, but we start from where we begin to learn. Today now, so many idiots are now telling you that there are gullible Biafrans, that when Nelly was using Simon to wreak havoc in Biafra land, when Nelly was busy with Simon killing our people in Biafra land in the name of trying to hash criminals, when they were busy together telling you where is Injanja, where is the lion, where is this person, hashing criminals, making them to portray themselves as ESN in order for IPOB to be destroyed before the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because they were disappointed that Nigeria government could not do anything to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. All their plans went down the drain. The plans to kill Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the plans to keep him inside, the plans to make IPOB answer a bad name that they do not, attract. Those plans went down the drain. When you see Ekberima now acting like, he doesn't want to talk about Nelly Ofebu. He knows there is a lot of things at stake. If Nelly Ofebu is always coming to insult Ekberima in Finland, and Ekberima in Finland is not returning the favor, and next thing he will tell you is that he doesn't insult women. He wouldn't want for once tell you that Nelly did this, Nelly did that, because he knew and he knows that Nelly has information about him. Nelly has information. Nelly, she has information about this Ekberima more than you can imagine. All these ones you see, I have searched everywhere. I cannot see any evidence to show he was a lawyer. All these things are still play games. It is still trying to see if this fish is still going to relax and listen to us. It is still just testing the microphone. It's trying to fish the idiot out to come out to now say something. If he know that he is the real man that will give you freedom, you gullible followers of him who follow him, if you know he is the real man that will give you freedom, let him come and debunk what Nelly is saying. He should come and debunk what Nelly is saying. You wouldn't tell me that he might not want to make Nelly relevant, because Nelly is already relevant, courtesy of him. Courtesy of him. That is it. Nelly is already relevant. And there is no way, you will tell me that when you debunk Nelly, and then you are making her relevant. Nelly has been in your program. Nelly was your madam. Nelly is still your boss. Even up until tomorrow, Nelly is still your boss. That's why you cannot debunk her. When we told you that he cannot caution her boss, you believe we were lying or we were playing games. Now there is no more that a lot of money. Money issue separated the autopilot. Money issue crashed the autopilot. Money issue. I know that so many of you will be, believing that what we are saying is a lie. That is the reason why Ekberima cannot come forward to say, Nelly, you are evil. Nelly, you are this. Ekberima will now go and, join force with some other highway. He joined force with to come and tell you that Nelly is this, Nelly is that. But all this while, in the last 10 months, somebody, I want you to just ask yourself a question and tell yourself the truth. Why is it that only when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's bail application was filed that Autopilot began to crash? I want you to ask Nelly Ofebu and Simon Ekpa, why is it that Autopilot started crashing only on the 8th of April, starting from the 8th of April, when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's bail application was submitted? Why is it only that time they started to crash against one another? You have no idea. Because the handlers, failed in their promises through Nelly. Now, Eberima will say, he says, I cannot be the one listening every day. Every time I am exposing myself, every time I am the one who is going to be on the receiving end of IPOB treatment. You, Nelly, you are not known. In something like that, you don't have a face. So at the end of the day, it is my face that is going to be ruined. That's what he is discovering now. The same reason why they are now, fighting one another. Because what they say to themselves, no boss on peer. You cannot run. Once you go south, you are not going home in this struggle. That's something that you must put at the back of your mind. Once you go south, you are not going home. Now, what I want to present to you is the activities of Simon Ekpa, what he said after Soludo visited Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I want to bring that to you, what he said after Soludo visited Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, so that we will know exactly what he is being up to. Because we don't champion propaganda. Let us hear from him.
I want to tell Biafrans, do not be carried away, because we do not trust anybody. We do not trust Soludo. We do not trust nobody. Soludo visiting our leader after several failed attempts to stop Biafra movement should not be the reason everybody should be jumping up and down.
Okay, Soludo failed attempt to stop Biafra movement. Let us try to find out what is that Soludo's failed attempt. Let us recap the interview Soludo had with the, Channel TV. Let's recap, because I want you to know that whoever that stood up to, to be on the side of the truth, the Autopilot criminal gang leader will rise up against that person. Remember that from the inception, we told you that Soludo is not an enemy until otherwise. The Eberima come out and start telling you, even telling you that Andy Uba, which is his handler, one of his handlers, went and stopped Uwazurike, comparing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to Uwazurike, comparing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu IPOB to Uwazurike, as if it was not enough. He now went ahead and start trying to provoke Soludo, who started actually on a good note. He now tried to brush him off his feet, thinking that Soludo is all this Omonna. That's what he was believing. He does not know that Soludo is a prof. And he's not a prof of the title he got on to be on the internet, just like this Ekperima in front of you. That is a lawyer on YouTube and a military on YouTube, army, soldier man on YouTube. Soludo is a prof. It's not a title, it's not a guy name, it's not a nickname. Just like you have given yourself a lawyer, attorney, you have given yourself a military soldier in Finland. Now he started trying to provoke or sabotage Soludo in one way or the other. All the Autopilot syndicate started facing Soludo. And they are not tired of it yet. Do you know why? Because he wanted every politician in Biafra land to recognize him and not Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Once you are a politician, you wake up and recognize IPOB Mazi, led by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You become an enemy to Ekperima in Finland. Let me show you the reason why he is being against Soludo. I don't know if we are coming out clear. I'm not sure if we are coming out clear. Let me show you the reason why he became against Soludo. Then after showing you the reason why he became against Soludo, then we will now bring back the visit of Soludo, his take on the visit of Soludo to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And Okon Gina, he is so surprised also because he was expecting to see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu on the cloth on the same cloth. So let us continue.
And yesterday,
all right. So as a follow-up, Governor, is on one hand, this entity has been prescribed by the federal government, and I'd like to know that for good, sit-at-home idea is gone and dead, is it?
yes, it's good that you talked about prescription and non-prescription. You know, there is the factor and the jaw. I mean, you can prescribe anyone and then say you have, but what is on ground? It's a very well organized group.
I understand that some of our people who are on the ground, that does not understand, this British language. They don't understand British language very well. That is the reason why Ekperima will start fooling them. I hope you heard the response of Soludo to those people who are always competent in calling IPOB, proscribed. When I mean competent, only competent in labeling innocent people criminals, such as Channel TV. All this garbage media in Nigeria. That is how they threw this message, and you saw how Soludo responded to that message, because Soludo is still one of us until otherwise. There is a Mazi Nnamdi Kanu say that, well, if you do good, we will acknowledge you. If you do good, we acknowledge you. But enemy, when you do good, infiltrator will want to push a narrative that will make you to say, is this the IPOB that we are speaking on their behalf? No. That's actually the plans of these infiltrators, to push a different narrative, to make us to be the killer in the eye of everybody, to make us to be the boogeyman in the eyes of our people that we are fighting for their freedom, to make us to be the criminals in the eyes of the world that we are fighting against. That is their primary agenda. Anybody that will rise up to support what we are doing, emotionally, otherwise, they will find a way to sabotage it. Let's take for an example, if you understand during the election campaign, who was going to court to see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Who was that? Ifeanyi Uba was trying to go and see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Every time Olodio say photo, when he gets there, he take picture, he show us, he take video, he shows us that he is trying to go into the court. They disallowed him. Today, where is he? Itivuze Jakuko. Where are those people now who were doing everything that time? Eye service. Where are they today? They are nowhere to be found. You cannot tell me that that everything, I don't know if you start attacking Soludo. If you start attacking Soludo, when Soludo did not kill our people yet, when Soludo did not brutalize anybody yet, when Soludo is just fresh in the office, you start attacking him instead of trying to guide him through. Instead of trying to guide him through to show him that we love you, we are with you, except otherwise. You start sabotaging him. Start sabotaging him. We do not sabotage those who are not sabotaging us. If you believe that you are on your own and you ate your lunch and breakfast and supper, you decide that you have woken up and you decide to remember IPOB, to bring your lies against IPOB, we will prove to the world that we have your secret in early 90s. That's how we work. We will bring back your mistakes and your criminality from early 90s. This is IPOB. When you want to push a narrative against IPOB, when you want to paint IPOB a color that they are not, of course, we are going to now show the world whom you truly are. Just like BBC today, trying to push a narrative of which IPOB does not represent, or IPOB does not, signify. They are pushing this narrative. And that is the reason why we are now reminding BBC what they did to us in 1967. Reminding BBC that they have been protecting the criminals that are killing us in Nigeria. Reminding BBC that it was through them that almost, more than 3.5 million women and children died. And it was hidden away from the world. Even hidden away from Africans. Because if you ask African people, do you know about Biafra war? No, they wouldn't know about it. They don't. Do you know why? Because the media, the narrative BBC was presenting was not exactly the case of what is going on the ground. They made sure that our people were killed until they get saturated of killing us. They killed us until they get saturated. That's when now, we started actually breathing again. And being that, before they made sure that what made them saturated to stop killing us, or what made them to be here, while killing us, is only because they have decided, let us segregate these people. They segregated us, call you south, call you southeast. At the end of the day, because they know that united we stand and divided we fall. Now, after segregating you, they now know that these people does not have power, because they can never come together as one family again. Even though we were indeed one family, they make sure that they made you make sure that you as a Urobo, you as a Delta, you as Ugodo, you will not see Igbo person as your blood. You will not see them as your family. When they finished doing that, they now decided, no, we have done this before it get out of hand, before the news of our genocide here in Biafra land begin to be unmasked. Let's just segregate them. Now, after segregating them, let's just stop the war and tell them from now on, you can no longer be Biafra. And they don't know that something that is constant is change. And you can never heal a wound without leaving a scar on the body. Every wound that will be healed, there is always a scar. And that scar is only something that whenever you look at that scar, you will remember this thing happened there. You believe that you painted our wound, even though it was not healed, but the mistake you did not remove the scar. That scar keep reminding us of your atrocities in 1967. From 1967 to 1970, BBC carried out every atrocities committed on our people, but they cannot bring it for the world to see. They did not show it even to people of Africa. You will find out that some members of African Union does not know about Biafran war. You might think it's a joke. You will find out some members of African Union does not know about Biafran war, even till date, except if they are hearing it from us today. Thanks to Britain, thanks to their BBC. And the BBC now is coming again to push another narrative in 21st century, in the 4th Industrial Revolution. Which we have, this generation that you can never mess with are being exposed to. Now BBC started this narrative immediately when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was, kidnapped in Kenya. All these politicians and all that come together, recruited Autopilot infiltrators in IPOB. Recruited them, give them promises of heaven on earth. Then they now push BBC. Go and interview the chief leader of Autopilot. Go and interview him. When you interview him, you will give him a broad audience. And that interview, BBC did on a Berima in Finland, is the reason why it looks like our people were deceived beyond recognition. It's the reason why it looks like when we are trying to bring our people back from where they have fallen short in this struggle, it will look like, because there is something they called first impression matters. When they interviewed him, he made them to believe, he made our people who are listening to BBC Igbo, because the reason why they made it BBC Igbo, so that those that are in the village who cannot understand Britain language, whenever they want to push their narrative or sell their narrative, they will speak it in Igbo so that it will sink in immediately. But when they want to teach you science and technology, they will teach you in Britain language, so that it doesn't sink in, so that you will never be productive in life. That's how it is. Now, when we look at that, go back in time in 10 months ago. When you go back in time 10 months ago, when they interviewed Berima in Finland, after that, Berima in Finland now grew wings. He started flying without landing. He started flying without remembering his landing gear. Deceiving our people, calling on our people to go violent, which the same BBC we called on them. I made myself a position telling BBC and all their stakeholders in Biafra land and all across the world that we are IPOB. We are not Autopilot. We are different from Autopilot and their activities. the criminality that Autopilot is portraying, they are answerable to it because we are rooted under C&C, command and control. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu made it clear, if you did not hear it from Radio Biafra, you must disregard it. And yet, the BBC never heard it from Radio Biafra. BBC heard it from Eberima in Finland, the one they brought to the to the attention of the world, presenting him to be the spokesperson, presenting him to be IPOB, because they know that a moment like this will come when they will start pushing a narrative to make our name to be dented. BBC started a war that they cannot finish. You cannot fight with an awoken generation. You cannot start a cheap blackmail against us. We are a awoken generation. You have done your part in 1967 when there is no technology. Today there is fourth industrial revolution. So there is technology. Those technology were with you people only that time. If you do not hear it from Radio Biafra, you should disregard it. This is part of what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu keep preaching to all of you. But you don't listen. All you want to, where is shine, where is where they have 10,000 followers, where they have 10,000 people watching. Let us go and listen to them. It means that it is now the same person who is telling you they have 16,000 watching in 30 minutes is the same person now. Even the members of his criminal syndicate in Autopilot are now also against him. Why? Because he is Maradona. Because he is a Maradona. That is the exact reason why everybody is against him. Because he does Afiomaro Adeazo. And his selfishness is all about, you know what they say, when you see Simon, you see his selfishness. You see, his selfishness is the reason why there is no one, even his fellow criminal syndicate, will dislike him at some point. His selfishness. He wants to only be the one to be in the forefront of being relevant. He does not want any other person to gain relevant. He does not want any other person to be in the spotlight. He believed that spotlight is only made for him. And that is the reason why he got compromised so easily. That's what made him compromise so easily. And I am trying to build a background of what I am trying to tell you right now about Soludo and his rubbish he spoke few days ago about the visit of Soludo to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Now you heard it, and you heard it clearly from Soludo, because their activities is to fight against anybody who is not a pretender. Any politician who decide, no, we cannot pretend. Let us support these people. Even though we are, chanting for you, trying to support us, we are also watching you. Because IPOB, you are not a criminal until proven. We work with human rights. We don't start just jump on somebody and start devouring them when they haven't done anything. Whenever you see IPOB debunking anybody, any institution, any company, anybody, any individual, you should know that that individual is a corrupted individual. You must understand that that individual is a serious corrupted individual. Now, let us see the reason why they started fighting Soludo from the beginning, because this was the first interview of Soludo where they heard and start fighting him. Listen again. Let's move on.
Offering that as well.
Okay.
And yesterday,
All right.
also,
So, as a follow-up, Governor, is on one hand, this entity has been proscribed by the federal government, and I'd like to know that for good, sit-at-home idea is gone and dead, is it?
yes, it's good that you talked about prescription and non-prescription. You know, there is the factor and the jaw. I mean, you can prescribe anyone and then say you have, but what is on ground? It's a very well organized group with capacities in many ways, and the time comes when you realize that it's not everything. You can't shoot an idea with a gun. You can't shoot an ideology with a gun.
So, those of you who are here now, I want you to tell me exactly what is wrong with what Soludo said here. I want you to tell me what exactly is wrong with what Soludo said here, because the media personnel said that this organization, which has been proscribed by the federal government, and now he went ahead and said that this sit at home is now going to be things of the past since Soludo become the governor. Now Soludo, you know what he did here? He removed the sit at home. He didn't want to entertain it. He removed every other thing. He tackled the issue of proscription on IPOB. He now tell you cannot proscribe people, and then he went ahead say you cannot shoot an ideology with a gun, which means the proscription on IPOB is illegal. There is the factor and the jar. The factor and the jar simply means IPOB is fighting a cause that is not against the law. But because there are people that are lawmakers who have conflict of interest, who are consumed by conflict of interest or one thing or the other, that does not want IPOB to achieve their goals of freedom. There is the factor and the jaw. Now, that is what the response of this guy was after he became the governor, not campaigning. During the campaign, he made a lot of utterances, or he made a lot of comments that is in favor of IPOB. And at the end of the day, if he indeed changed tomorrow, we are going to bring those things back to him. That is how we operate. You cannot start chasing after somebody who is against you. We don't create enemy. We unite our people. We don't we don't try to segregate our people. We bring them together. If you have woken up, we put you there. We will be actually monitoring you. We are not stupid. We are graduates. Above all, a graduate of Radio Biafra. Maybe during the time of being a student of Radio Biafra, you were behind the Ubundo Charles. You are at the back seat. We are in the front seat during the time of Radio Biafra, studies. We were at the front seat. Now, you are expecting somebody who is at the back seat to understand in this struggle. Now, they started descending on Soludo. The same attack on Soludo is still the same attack on Soludo, even up until now. Even those who deserve attack, they are not getting attack. Uwasurike, who deserve attack, they are not getting attack. You know, all those people, they are not getting attack. The only person that is getting attacked now is Soludo, because they know that maybe probably those Andrew Bas, you know, cabals, he never agreed with those cabals. That is the reason why they started fighting him even before he present himself of whom he is and his activities. Even up until now, they are still fighting him. Listen and listen attentively. Let us now go there.
Several failed attempts. Visiting, be carried away. Different posts on social media where people are jubilating, where people are thanking Soludo that if he had done this before embarking on a fruitless journey of trying to stop the sit at home and stop everything about Biafra, it would have been better for him. I want to tell Biafrans, do not be carried away, because we do not trust anybody. We do not trust Soludo. We do not trust nobody. Soludo visiting our leader after several failed attempts.
So now I want to ask you, ever since you started watching Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in Radio Biafra, ever since you started listening or paying attention to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, is there any occasion where Mazi Nnamdi Kanu started attacking somebody without cause? Is there any occasion where Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will see a governor who, you know, have not even done anything or spoken against the Biafra struggle and he start attacking him? Or Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will tell you, we praise you, and he will remind you, let it not be that today if I praise you, tomorrow they will come and use you. He will pray, he will tell you that you are doing well, and he will remind you, let it not be that today I praise you, because whoever we talked about, whoever we praise, whoever we give credit, those are the people the Nigeria agents are going to use against the struggle. That's how we put it. And you call yourself a disciple. You cannot walk on the footstep of your master. You cannot walk on the footstep of the person that you are following. You want to create a new footstep, so that even the footstep that the people, other disciples will now leave the footstep of their own disciple, their own, master, and begin to follow your footstep. You want to be on the spotlight at all costs, regardless of how many heads that falls, as long as you be on the spotlight. But this time around, you don't choke. You don't choke. Once you go south, you are not going home. Now let us continue.
To stop Biafra movement should not be the reason everybody should be jumping up and down. And
he said that Soludo tried to stop Biafra movement. Remember that stopping Biafra movement, I showed you the interview. This was the first interview with a big media house after the inauguration of Soludo as a governor of Anambra State. After this interview, they started attacking Soludo. They started fighting Soludo, because Soludo is actually, working. He's actually the man who understand, educated man who understand the activities of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who understand that what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is speaking is nothing but the truth. Listen to it. Soludo, his utterances during his campaign, what actually made me start paying attention to him. Because we judge you according to what you say with your mouth. We judge you according to what you say with your mouth. Soludo said that he grew up in Usuofia. He understands the challenges of our people, and he is called Chalenwambafo. That there are some things, there is a big meaning behind what those words that he used there. He understands the suffering of their people, of his people within where he grew up. He understands the challenges that they are facing. He outlined them. Even if he doesn't do them in future, that is up for him. But recognizing them that they exist is number one, sign to show you that, this guy, he did not say that, bridge, I will build bridge, second Niger bridge. I will build railway from Abuja to Anambra State. He did not say so. He said that he started recognizing from his hometown the challenges of the young people, the youth, and his challenges when he was growing up as a common person. He pinpointed those places. There are very little things. But a criminal will start telling you, I will build an airport from here to London straight. I will build this. I will give you steady electricity. Bogus promises. I began to, pay attention to him after I heard him talking about that. Not only talking about that, the energy and the humility in between, around what he was saying. I have never experienced it with any politician in Nigeria. None of them. They come to lie to us. They come every time they lie to us. They do one or two. And the next, after 4 years, it will be like hell. You will be praying, let this tenor of this person finish. Let this tenor of this person finish. Another story will come in. But now, his utterances, the same utterances, he was not moving away from these utterances. When he became a governor, he said, it is made in Anambra State. It is made in Anambra State. But all these Igbo politicians, the first thing they will do is to, first of all, go and support 1,005 naira. They will go and sow 1,005 naira from who are those wearing those? 1,005 naira is what they call it. But it's not. You see his appearance all the time. A very, very, he is still in line. He is still in line. It shows that he understands the pain of our people. And that is the reason why he understands the activities of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. If he changed tomorrow, we are still going to come here and tell you that Soludo change Gokwa. But for now, when he is still in order, we will follow him in order. That's how we do in IPOB. But no Charles during the time of Radio Biafra are the ones now coming to call a friend a criminal, calling a criminal a friend. You remember when Asare Dokubo rose up? He said, I will not blackmail Asare Dokubo. It was DOS and these people. They made an arrangement with Asare Dokubo. This and that. Talking rubbish that doesn't exist. But when he sees somebody who is speaking, something that, in line with our Biafra struggle, with our challenges, they begin to tackle him because they know his potential. But we are wise and we are actually, doing it according to how Mazi Nnamdi Kanu laid the foundation We can never deviate from his foundation, because it is that foundation that made us to be where we are today. To be where we are today, it is that foundation. If not that foundation, we will not realize how to expose the criminality of and activities of all these evildoers. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a savior. He's a savior. He's a pure savior, innocent man. You know, then you want to, some idiots want to compare him to this Ekperima in front of your screen. They want to compare him. This Daka all over the place that he is recruiting to come and use them to fight Nelly Hawa, you know, his boss. I am still laughing. I am still laughing when it comes to that. Let us listen to this criminal.
And sharing pictures. So somebody like me and millions of Biafrans are not moved by this particular move by Soludo to use pictures of our leader to fight against the civil disobedience at home and the fight for Biafra. Just a few days ago,
I hope you remember we are having a very, you know, we are having some challenges with regards to network. I don't know if we are still coming out clear. So remember that they are pushing a narrative that there is nothing that will come out of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu because he's in a confined small place where they are recording him. He's not even free to talk to people. But the reason why this one is making him crazy, he come out immediately to tell you to disregard, don't thank you very much, Gideon Izuchukwu. Don't regard the visit of this guy to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Don't be carried away. Who told you that Biafrans are carried away? Who told you that Biafrans are ever carried away? Biafra malanya na nkalalala. You know, because he saw, it shocked him that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu changed his clothes. It shook him. It shocked him that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was relaxing. You know, it shook him because he knows that some other information also came out there. It shook him. That is the reason why he cannot help it but to run to the media space to tell you, don't be moved by the activities of Soludo visiting Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Don't be moved by that because he don't want you to know the truth. Listen attentively. And let me make it clear to all of you who are following this criminal syndicate or criminal gang, Autopilot. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Governor Soludo is still in line until otherwise. Governor Soludo is our friend until otherwise. That is how it is. Do not let the criminal syndicate leader to make you to call our own an enemy. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said to you, we want to bring our people. That is the parable of a good shepherd. Parable of a good shepherd states that if your one sheep is missing, you go for it, you get it, you bring it back. Do you think it is not going to be a big testimony if we are able to make all these politicians to open their eyes to see the bigger picture. It is going to be, a favor to us. It is going to be a jubilation if we are able to convince all of these politicians to see the bigger picture and forget what they are embezzling and benefiting today. Without us waging war or them waging war against us, we now show them that we are fighting a just cause. That they wake up from their slavery, from the brain lockout, or from the brain slaves that they become. They come out of it. We are going to appreciate them. We are going to welcome them because they are our people. But in as much as they cannot change, we are going to see them as enemy. They will still remain enemy. But any of them who start, who never did us any evil, any wrong, that person is still our friend. He is still our family. And there is nothing you will do about it. So, no matter how much, this autopilot try to sabotage, we are not created to sabotage people. We are here to fight for our freedom, not to sabotage people. But if you believe that you can come to sabotage IPOB, we will bring your history for the world to see. We will tell you that we follow you, we know what you are up to. IPOB does not forget. This is a divine movement, and you can never play games with this movement and go scot-free. Listen attentively before we go to this Umuadaka, how he is recruiting the Umuadaka to come and fight on his behalf.
Listen to what was attributed to the Soludo himself, saying that Biafra will come, but not through guns and bullets. Soludo should come openly and declare his stand on Biafra. Before becoming the governor of Anambra State many years ago, we at least knew the stand of Soludo on Biafra. So Soludo should come and tell us if he believes Biafra will come, but not with guns and bullets. Is he now believing in Biafra? That is where we are going to start from.
Okay.
If he believes in Biafra, we want to see it not just by word, not just by political correctness, but by action and inactions. I do not want to.
And I want to, before we continue, I want to show you that this guy, he want to make himself a leader. He tell you he's Biafra spokesperson. This guy is not somebody that if you wake him up now and tell him, go and address Biafrans, he can't. He cannot. Because you don't have a message. He does not have a message. The only thing this guy can do is that if you give him a script, go and address Biafra, he can. He will do it 110%. But if you wake him up, like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will come out right now and start addressing you, start giving you a divine message, direct, not looking into any paper or premeditated story or premeditated article. No, he will give you his divine message. But look at the one who want to be the supreme leader. I want you to listen. I want you to pay attention here. For you to understand that before he come to you, he premeditates what he's going to tell you. The reason why he premeditates what he's going to tell you, it is because he does not have a message. He must premeditate what he's going to tell you. Write some of them in the paper, write like a heading. I want you to see it here. He will write them in the paper and they will start reading them out for you, and tomorrow they will tell you that they are, he is the one, they are in charge, until Mazi Nnamdi Kanu comes out. Listen to this. I don't know who is calling, but whoever is calling, I am not taking any call right now. I am not taking any call right now. I don't want to be distracted. Please, whoever is calling, I am not taking any call right now. Please stop calling. Now I want you to pay attention to this place. Pay attention. Then you will see exactly what we are talking about.
Is he now believing in Biafra? That is where we are going to start from. If he believes in Biafra, we want to see it not just by word, not just by political correctness, but by action and inactions.
Watch.
I do not want to start commending him for doing this.
Are you paying attention? Reading out a premeditated article. It is very, very important to understand the difference between Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and any other person who will.
The reason Soludo was voted into office. So why should I come and start thanking him for?
I want you to understand the difference between Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of this movement. I want you to, know that the energy that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is using to speak to you, that makes millions of Biafra to wake up today. It is not energy written in a paper. It is not energy written in a paper. It is energy that comes raw. Energy that comes raw. And if you are a student of a Radio Biafra, once you come behind your mic, if you are indeed a true student of a Radio Biafra, true follower or true disciple, once you come behind your mic, you don't need to start opening papers, checking. The message will start coming in. It is not reading something written premeditated just to be politically correct. You are fighting for freedom, not to be politically correct. We are fighting to be, we are fighting to restore truth on earth. That's what we are fighting for. You cannot restore truth on earth with, when somebody, when a script, you cannot restore truth with script. You restore it with divine message. A divine message. That's how you restore truth. Let us continue.
For doing what he was voted for. Soludo is a governor in one of the Biafra state. And as a governor, he needs to do everything to restore peace, tranquility, and unity within the state, and by extension, within the region. So, him taking a bold step to visit Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that he ignored immediately after being elected, he ignored him, thinking that he can deal with criminals.
Now listen and listen attentively. I hope you paid attention to his utterances here. This, what he said here, I am going to play it, is actually what prompted me, what pissed me off to bring this thing here. Because I came across this. I haven't been following what his criminal activities. I haven't been following it in a while. Because I've been trying to concentrate, to know exactly what is going on. But what he said here is what triggered me, what prompted me to come here to talk about this demented fellow today. He said that Soludo was preaching Mazi Nnamdi Kanu before he was elected, And after he was elected, he now decided to start working with criminals. Do you know whom he is calling criminals? He is calling IPOB criminals. Are you paying attention? He is calling IPOB, led by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, criminals. And I am going to prove it to you with his utterances. Because when we bring it to you, we bring it to you the way it is. We do not sell propaganda. He is calling IPOB, led by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, criminal. That's what he just did. He just did here. And I am going to remind you. But there is somewhere else I am going to show you. Let me see if it is this place where he did the same long ago. Listen.
So as a Kubo, the only thing I'm telling you, I'm not come here to attack you. I'm not come here to blackmail you, because I will not blackmail anybody that have done nothing to me. I will not blackmail you. Your anger, I understand it, because it is happening to me. So the same way I am feeling is the same way you are feeling. So I have not come here to attack Asari Kubo. Tell Asari Kubo the first time in the history of this struggle that I have come and addressed his concern, and I did not attack him. And let him not attack Autopilot. Tell him that Autopilot are not the one that attacking him. Tell him that any day you want to address these people, you should address them properly. Address them like illiterate IPOB DOS criminals. And they are
Illiterate IPOB. Are you paying attention? IPOB. He did not say illiterate Judge Money as an individual. He did not say illiterate Ikenga as individual. He did not say illiterate Efe, Dr. Efe as individual, or Barrister Efe, sorry, as individual. He did not call illiterate Methuselah as individual. He said illiterate IPOB. Are you paying attention to it? Illiterate IPOB. Criminals in the DOS. Now, that's what he said. Listen to it again, in case if you didn't hear it.
Attacking him. Tell him that any day you want to address these people, you should address them properly. Address them like illiterate IPOB DOS criminals, and they are irate. Autopilot are different.
Illiterate IPOB DOS criminals and they are irate. Listen now. IPOB is a brand name, is organization. When you talk about IPOB, you are talking about everybody, including Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So he should address them. Illiterate IPOB DOS criminal. I don't know if you are bringing it. I don't know if you are following. Because the reason why I bring it here is because he said the same thing here. He said the same thing right in front of you here. Let us go there and hear from him. Let us go there.
Was voted. Part of the reason Soludo was voted into office. So why should I come and start thanking him for doing what he was voted for? Soludo is a governor in one of the Biafra state. And as a governor, he needs to do everything to restore peace, tranquility, and unity within the state, and by extension, within the region. So, him taking a bold step to visit Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that he ignored immediately after being elected, he ignored him thinking that he can deal with criminals. So if Soludo go to Abuja as a result of the part of the reason why he was voted into Anambra State governor office, I will not be here to start congratulating Soludo on thanking him for going to visit Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because if you want peace in the region, that is what must be done. The other thing that must be done is to release him. So the first step is going and understanding that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu a figure and somebody to reckon with. Soludo entered office, ignored him, and started dealing with criminals.
Okay.
whom the Biafra people have actually expelled from the movement.
Did you hear that? He said that Soludo went into office. He started dealing with IPOB, which he already tagged criminal as a Berima he is. A criminal that he already tagged IPOB led by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu criminal. And yet, Eberima in your eyes is for Biafra restoration. And yet you believe that Eberima, according to you, this guy is fighting for the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. According to you. No, these things are the things that we need to ask ourselves. He made the utterances he made 6 months ago or 5 months ago, yes. He made it again. He made that sentiment, or he made that sentiment again here. That Soludo started working with the criminal they have chased away. Do you know the reason why he say the criminal Biafran people have chased away? Is because he wants you to believe that, he is now the only trusted ally that is fighting for freedom for Biafra people. He wants now to push a narrative that he is the last man standing, that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, remember he said we cannot take orders from anybody in the DSS dungeon. So, as a last man standing, Soludo supposed to come to him. Are you paying attention? Path of conflict of interest. I want you to understand the angles this is coming from. Conflict of interest, because he wants to be on the spotlight. His plan, or ever since they sold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu out, his plan was to be the one piloting takeover IPOB, which Nelly promised him that he will replace Chike Dosian, will replace China Sanworu, be the leader. Then they will use this IPOB as a political caricature. That was the plan. And that is the reason why this guy is not at all happy. That is the reason why Nelly and him now are clashing. Because all the promises, they didn't work. Now it is coming that people who are working with him in the same syndicate, they are now beginning to, envy the activities of Eberima. Because he's getting all the money. Them, they are getting peanuts. They say they don't have a leader. He is pushing to be the leader, pushing to be the spokesperson. Because the reason why Nelly does not want to give him the leadership is to make sure that he's in order, to hold him inside a cage. But he can't handle it anymore, because it is either he's on the spotlight or he does not follow to do that thing at all. That's what he does. He can do anything to be on the spotlight. Lie. He can even kill someone to be on the spotlight. That is whom you are seeing in front of you here. He can do anything to gain the spotlight. Now, the same person who applauded Asare Dokubo, the same person who told Asare Dokubo that I am not coming here to blackmail you, which means he's been blackmailing everybody that comes across his path. He's been blackmailing. He is a chief of blackmailing. That's why he say, I have not come here to blackmail you. You are, when you want to address these people, you address them that illiterate IPOB. And yet tomorrow all these gullible followers of this criminal will tell me that he is working under the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. The same reason why criminals among them will make a video to come and tell you that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu need Ekperima more than Ekperima need Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Let me see if I will even play that video for you, remind you, because we are putting two things together. We are putting things together. And don't forget, our leader is coming out. Regardless of whatever bad condition they will give him, our leader is coming out. That is the reason why there is fire on the mountain. So every criminal is running. Both the ones that they are using in Biafra land, there is fire on the mountain. Run, run, run. That is what is going on. Of course, you can see how it is happening. There is fire on the mountain. Now, I want you to pay attention to the voice I am going to play to you now. Remind you that this man will do everything to be on the spotlight. Listen. Listen. Let me put it on a speaker so that you will listen. You will pay attention. Now, listen very attentively.
Let's assume we are crying. Very soon you will cry us.
Okay, wait. Listen.
Paul made a video and said, please make sure that this video gets to Samunekba. That Mazi more than Samunekba beat Mazi Nnamdi. That is deep. That is deep.
Paul made a video. Paul, which they cooked, made a video to say Mazi Nnamdi Kanu needs Simon Ekpa more than Simon Ekpa needs Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. All these things, putting them together is for you to understand that it is all about the spotlight. They are fighting to gain the spotlight. And now they started pushing narrative again because they know that all their fight is gone down the drain. Everything they have done, we debunk it. We make sure that it does not trend. We bring it to you. We analyze you, the intention, the energy, everything that is psychology behind it. That's whom we are. Now, they now made a voice saying that they want to face off Mazi Nnamdi Kanu because he want to still be on the spotlight, knowing that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is coming out. Immediately when they release, made it clear that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's bail application is submitted. Now, somebody start making a video that they want to face off Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They want to do this, they want to do that. So that when he comes out, because Autopilot to believe that, when he comes out, they will still be doing all this rubbish, causing havoc in Biafra land with the sponsor, with the politicians sponsoring their activities. They believe they will continue to do that. The reason why they are pushing that narrative to say that they want to face off Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, so that when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu comes out, this criminal leader of their syndicate will now start pushing a narrative. All this criminal he's been trying to hash, he will now use them to start committing atrocities in Biafra land. Then they will say that the struggle is out of the hand of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He is no longer in the hands of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It's now in the hands of hoodlums. He can no longer control what he started. That is the narrative this Ekberima is trying to push. Believe it or not, that's what he's been trying to do prior to the time Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped and rendition. That's the narrative. That is the reason why he called you that is watching me and you are writing rubbish there. If you are IPOB member, he called you illiterate IPOB criminal. He called you. That's what he called you. And you are still writing junk there. Now, let us continue. Let us continue. Pay attention.
So, and let me also tell you, I am going to read Soludo's speech before we go into complete addressing of this particular speech. Soludo said, I visited Mazi Nnamdi Kanu yesterday, Friday, the 10th day of May 2022, to facilitate with him, and also as part of the wider consultation with critical stakeholders in search of lasting peace and security in the Southeast.
Okay.
That is exactly what we have been shouting for. I want to bring it to the screen.
He said that is exactly what we have been fighting for. This guy is a raw criminal. Do you remember when he said, we can no longer take order from anybody from the DSS dungeon? But now, going to visit Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to talk about security and insecurity is what you've been calling for. But you say that you cannot take order from anybody in the DSS dungeon. You see now he's speaking from both sides of his mouth. You cannot take order, but you will. What you've been calling for is people to go and see him and ask him how we can tackle the insecurity and security in the eastern Nigeria. Hi. Does it mean that those people who are following this guy, they don't have brain, or maybe they don't understand British language? That is probably the case. They just look at the number, keep listening. They just look at the number who is watching. They keep listening. They don't understand the language. That's exactly the case, probably, because I don't see the reason why when you see the mama that will come out in the public and say, I am proud autopilot. And yet they know that they have their loyalty with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And they tell you they are proud autopilot. You should understand that that person is Yezuroke. That's how it is. Let's listen again. Let's listen. Let's continue listening. Of course we can't.
Okay? I visited Mazi Nnamdi Kanu yesterday, Friday, 13th of May 2022, to facilitate with him, and also as part of the wider consultation with critical stakeholders in search of lasting peace and security in the Southeast. This is the right step at the right direction, because you know Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be the only person that will restore peace.
This is the right step at the right. I don't know. You know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the only one who can restore peace in Biafra land. Yet that only one you say you will not take order from. You know, and you are now saying he's the only one. Yet you say you cannot take order from that same man, which you yourself, you are saying. He's no longer reading, or when he say that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the only person. That is just trying to analyze what he read. He's no longer reading. It's not part of the article, because I saw the article. So now he knew, and he still know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the only one who quench the insecurity, even while in DSS dungeon. But he say you don't take orders, you don't regard any orders from DSS dungeon. But he's applauding Soludo for going to see him. So now, if he's applauding Soludo for going to see him for inside the DSS dungeon, where they claim that the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu cannot have a conversation with anybody, because that's the narrative, that every place is bagged, that he cannot have conversation with anybody, because now the same person having conversation, sitting comfortable in the chair, they are shocked. Another thing that is happening is that, so Mazi Nnamdi Kanu can actually talk to people freely, which means that our cover has been blown even to Soludo. Now let's start acting as if, let's start downplaying our actions, or let's start changing things psychologically. But we do not forget, once a saboteur is always a saboteur. There is nothing you will do to change the life or to bring back to life those you and Nelly have killed in Biafra land. There is nothing you will do to change the narrative of what two of you have caused IPOB. You, Nelly, Oyibo, and Co. There is nothing you will do or say. So many of you does not know the gravity of these people's activity. So many of you does not know it, because you don't pay attention. You don't try to get information. All you try to is come online, come to YouTube, and say enter, you enter. You started listening to jargon, rubbish. That's what you do. Listen.
And unity in the southeast, and by extension the entire Biafra region. So why did you ignore him after all we have been shouting for many months? Why did you come and ignore him? Why did you come out and start campaigning in Onitsha? Why did you come out and threatening Biafra people who are solely following Mazi Nnamdi Kanu because they know he is preaching for their freedom? After several failed attempts, because you decided that you can handle it with your British counterpart, now you are now coming back to go through the right channel. But let me tell you, you are going to fail, because I know where you are going. So you don't continue. He was in a very high spirit, and we had a frank and insightful discussion in a very convivial atmosphere. He expressed sadness over what he described as sacrilegious killing. Sacrilegious killing is condemnable, and we will continue to condemn the sacrilegious killing in Biafra land of innocent person. Who are the people doing this and committing this killing? The same Nigeria security agents, the same Fulanese. We saw the way they butchered and beheaded two couple from the Nigerian army, which, according to the investigation, did not even happen in Biafra land. They blame it on Biafra people. They blame it on IPOB. We have given a very strong and objective rejoinder, making a live broadcast analyzing the forensic analysis of that particular video. Continual of innocent person, kidnapping, and all form of criminalities, including the brutal enforcement of the senseless sit-at-home order. Now, when you hear this particular statement coming from Soludo, senseless and brutal enforcement of the senseless sit-at-home, you will find out that this word did not emanate from our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. These are the words of Soludo from the one.
Let me read what he is reading for you. Let me read it. Let me actually read it so that you will understand it, because the way he is reading it, adding his own, sugarcoating it, you will not understand. Let me read it clearly. I visited Mazi Nnamdi Kanu yesterday, Friday, the 13th May 2022, to facilitate with him and also as part of the wider consultation with the critical stakeholders in search of lasting peace and security in the Southeast. He was in a very high spirit, and we had a frank and insightful discussion in a very convivial atmosphere. He expressed sadness over what he described as sacrilegious killings of innocent persons, kidnappings, and all forms of criminalities, including the brutal enforcement of the senseless sit-at-home order perpetuated by sundry groups claiming to be acting for or on behalf of IPOB. He assured me that if the opportunity arises, he will be glad to personally broadcast to his followers to maintain peace at all times. Together, we shall restore peace and security in Anambra State. Did you hear that? That is what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said. Mazi, because of the activities of this criminal Ekperima and Autopilot, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is actually craving to speak to his own people, not to speak to Autopilot criminals. Because they are the ones enforcing the senseless sit at home, killing our people. Are you listening? Are you paying attention? That is the reason why, from the beginning, he started telling you, Soludo this, Soludo that. Soludo this, Soludo. Because they know your enemy knows whom you are, the enemy knows who is going to be their downfall. Did you hear that? That's exactly what happened. That's exactly the response of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is exactly the response of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You know, when I told you guys that I sent somebody to go visit Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you people thought it was a joke. You thought it was a joke until Barrister Jofo, granted interview with me. That's how it is. Because whenever we present a truth to you, these people will find a way to polish that truth to make it a lie. And at the end of it, you people that we are expecting you to know, you are not able to comprehend. We will say that all of you are just the same, birds of the same feather flock together. You might even give up trying to explain to a slave, because they are coward. Even the prophecy said that 2 parts of us will be cut off. That is what, whenever I try to explain to all this path that is going to be cut off, whenever I try to explain to them, they don't understand. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu mentioned that he wished he will have the opportunity to broadcast, to tell his people to disregard all these criminals parading themselves in the name of all these people working for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, being Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's disciple, trying to say that they are under leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. If he had the opportunity to address them, he was going to address them. And that is how it is. And if what Soludo wrote here, believe me 110%, it is accurate words of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It is the word of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But they are coming to twist it. They are coming to twist it. The reason why they start telling you to disregard the visit of Soludo to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, don't be carried away. It is because of this article from Charles Soludo. If you go to his page, you will see the article. Especially this place where he made mention that those that is doing sacrilegious killing of innocent persons, kidnapping, and all forms of criminalities, including the brutal enforcement the brutal enforcement of senseless sit at home. Whose word is this? If you have attended the University of Radio Biafra, you don't need to. I confirmed this thing, so I confirmed it before I actually, try to argue it. I confirmed it. Whose word is this? If you indeed attended the University of Radio Biafra, that's the word. The reason why he came in the same minute to tell you that Soludo this, Soludo that, is to pull your mind away from this bombshell. Is to remove your mind from the bombshell. Just like Frank Obioma said, Simon, you said Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is an incommunicado. I knew after some days you're gonna say that the visit is Photoshop. It's possible. He can actually say that the visit is a Photoshop. I'm surprised he didn't say that, because he saw him with a new clothes. I'm surprised he didn't say that. Hi, Berima. Hi, Ishikwaliko. Ishikwaliko. Hey, Tofiawa. And they brainwash our people, and they are digesting it. The message came clearly. Senseless enforcement of sit at home by Autopilot Syndicate. BBC, I hope you are paying attention. I hope you are listening. I hope you read this article. I hope you carried it. I hope you posted it in your page. Just like you are promoting the infiltrators in IPOB. You promoted the infiltrators in IPOB. Believing that you will, in your biggest worldwide of dream, you believe that supporting infiltrators in IPOB will now make IPOB to sink. You don't know that you are making us to know the enemy strategies. You believed you are making us to be on a high alert. That's actually what you did here. Because their primary agenda was to make sure that they sideline those who will be under command and control under Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They want to sideline them. They believe that, these people are under. That's what this Berima thought. We can just chance them. We usually deceive them while I am busy chancing them. If they don't agree, I will blackmail them. You know how to blackmail. You couldn't blackmail Asare Dokubo. You know how to blackmail. Now, this is exactly what is going on here. This is exactly what is going on. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you have read it, you heard it from this one. You will not say he's in a confined place. He cannot say that. I am so happy. Soludo, kudos to you. You are number one, and you are in line. You are in line. Soludo is in line. Wake me up in the morning, I will tell you. When he's out of line, we will tell you he's out of line. But for now, he is still in line. He is still in line. Let us, continue listening to this Berima in Finland before we go to where is gossiping with Umuwanyi.
Soludo only went to Abuja to take picture, snap picture with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, and then to come back to us and begin to use the picture and the photo to begin to front his same message he was preaching that has failed on arrival. He says, senseless, sit at home. Everything Soludo have done, including going to Abuja and then coming to release a statement without even trying to be very smart. He included senseless sit at home. That is to show you that Soludo's main purpose or visiting Abuja
Wow.
is to get some kind of concrete evidence of pictorial evidence from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and use it as a propaganda to stop Biafra agitation.
Hi.
Soludo continue.
Hi.
Perpetuated by sundry groups claiming to be acting for or on behalf of IPOB. He has
Let me address you. Let me address you, Patrick Nwokoro. Patrick Nwokoro, brainless idiot. Let me address you because you don't have sense and you don't reason. You can never reason. You understand? Let me address you. So, you are being brainwashed, if indeed that you are somebody who is part of here. You are being brainwashed by what a truth that is right in front of you. You still believe that. Hey, in fact, I don't actually need to address you. What I need to do is to remove you from here because you are a biggest, you are a biggest failure in this Biafra struggle. Biggest failure. I will, onye ala nọ na street ka gị mma. Onye ala nọ na street ka gị mma. You don't have level. Maybe you are even a Ekperima. You are a Ekperima in Finland I am talking about, probably. That's why you are talking rubbish, but let me make it clear, you will not have the opportunity to talk that rubbish here again, because those of you who cannot reason, you are not supposed to be in this freedom fighting. You are not supposed to be among Umu Chineke. Unu bunde mix blood and the Fulani Tubali Mefa. That is what you people are.
He assured me that if the opportunity arises, he will be glad to personally broadcast to his followers to maintain peace at all times. If the opportunity arises, according to Soludo, our leader will broadcast. What our leader broadcasting for? To maintain peace. Soludo is only interested in our leader broadcasting and speaking to us to maintain peace. Are we the one that is not maintaining peace?
This one that Soludo did this time will shock you. That's the one maybe they will come to look for you in Finland. You have no idea. This one they did shock you. Or maybe soon when Neto, there was a rumor that Neto switch off you people's electricity there. Sorry, Russia switch off electricity of Finland. Some part. Don't worry. Very soon, you believe that you can deceive IPOB. You believe, you don't understand that you can never destroy a relationship in order to create a relationship. I told you this from the inception of your stupidity. I told you this, I made it clear to you from the beginning of your criminality. You can never destroy a relationship in order to build a relationship. You want to destroy IPOB to build Autopilot. What happened today? Where are you, Autopilot? Where are you guys? You guys are already in the pit of hell. You are in the pit of hell. Listen before I show you where they are, Autopilot.
The military that are burning houses and
because what he's trying to do here is to brainwash all of you not to know that what Soludo wrote here is the word of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, line by line. You see, when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was talking to Soludo, he held his ears. Soludo held his ears, held it. Do you know why? Hey, Kaila Polo, we will reserve those words for those who have started drinking milk, not those who are still on cholesterol. not those who are still on cholesterol. Let us continue listening to this Efulefu.
No. Are we the one inviting the military? No. Is it not when military come to attack, some people will retaliate,
confession,
some people will defend themselves,
confession,
and then even those trying to defend themselves.
And I hope, BBC, you are listening to the person you created. You are listening to the person you people promoted. Because when there was uncertainty, when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped, an extraordinary rendition, what you people did is to run around, pick up this criminal, pick up this, infiltrator, show him to the world, tell him that tell the world that he is now the one in charge. 10 months ago, you showed the world that is in charge. But today, now you are telling us, sending voice note, this person the Wesinka, that person the Wesinka. You think we don't know? You think we don't know your activities? You think that if you do it by sign, we will not discover? IPOB, people who are in the struggle, who knows what is going on, try to, make you BBC to retract your step in what you are doing. You people, because you believe in propaganda, because once it is something that will make Nigeria, make Nigeria break to save lives of black people who dwell in Nigeria, is what you people will make sure that you fight against and suppress the truth. But all of you are going to pay for it. Because what goes around comes around. You are going to pay for what your crime is. Believe it or not, you will pay. Because there is a time for a criminal and there is a time for the owner. The time for a criminal to pay for their crime. That is the reason why they say, there is a saying that say, the first might be the last. Why the last be the first? You see us, you are oppressing us today, we are crying without nobody, because the gate of our lives languish. We lack security. Just like the book of Jeremiah said, 14 verse 2. The gate thereof languish, and we are black unto the ground. It is a prophecy. It is what concerns our lives. Today our gate is languishing. Tomorrow it might be yours, and yours is going to be times triple of what we have experienced in your hands, because he gave us over to you guys. Britain, you did not actually tamper any mercy. You did not show us mercy. We know that we paid for our crime over the years, for turning our back and following this religion nonsense, the Arosin daughter, this paganism ways of Britain and Italy. We followed it. It is our sin. We rebelled against our ancestral God, Chukwukika Biama. That is the reason why we are paying. We understand that we are paying for it. We have paid for it. But now, he said, the prophecy says, you Britain will feel what we felt in, times, 4 of what you have made us go through. You will go through it. It is no joke. It is coming. So BBC, start preparing your channel to sell propaganda, because it is coming to your home soil. Chukwukika Biama is bringing every suffering that you have, invested in us as black people in Africa, as Biafrans. He's bringing it back to all of you. Keep preparing your media. Keep preparing it. It is inevitable. It is inevitable. What goes around shall surely come around. Let us continue. The man you created 10 months ago, the man you created 10 months ago, that is the man we are debunking right now. You created him to make sure you label IPOB terrorist. But you are disappointed now. That's why you brought yourself straight to come and fight the battle since he cannot deliver. Since he could not deliver, you surface. We are a awoken generation. You cannot mess with this generation. You cannot. Let us continue. You can no longer sell propaganda against us. It will never trend again because we are awoken. We are, nkita de lifonya mwanya. That is the last word I will use there. Let us continue.
Even the Biafra people, they are hired criminals, terrorists from the north. Some of them are born in Biafra land. They speak Biafra language. They speak Biafra language better than you and I. So together we shall restore peace, security, and prosperity in Anambra State and the Southeast at large. I want you to understand that together we will restore peace. Together we will restore peace and security in the Southeast. So together must be with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Together does not mean that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be in DSS dungeon and then you, Soludo, will be in Anambra and communicating with the DSS through DSS to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is not together. So if you have agreed that together we are going to restore peace in our land, means that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu must be released so that we can do it. You cannot, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu cannot be in DSS dungeon and you are in Biafra land in Anambra State and you are saying together.
Brainwashing to make you forget
and you
the message.
Put head together to restore peace. On this note, I want to call on Biafrans that no amount of propaganda coming from Soludo will make you to move on the sit at home that is coming the 16th, the 17th, and the 18th day of May 2022. No amount of propaganda, no amount of picture, no
Okunesa akuko chai. Okunesa akuko. Hey, you know this thing they called, is it Elu Akika? Or B, when they sting you, if they sting you, if you remove the body, you will not be able to remove the head will get stuck on it. That's what this guy is acting like. That's what he's behaving like. When you kill it and remove the body, the head will still be there. Start trying to, he doesn't know he's dying. Once an on he think he's getting spotlight. He does not know he's going down. He is going down. His atrocities is exposed. Since you couldn't believe in me when I told you I sent someone to hear from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, then confirmation of it, Barrister Jofo came to confirm what what I told you by granting interview, telling you should listen to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu laid structure. So many of you, Mande DC ko kwanzu, Mande de ka hi. The Autopilot, they look like a joke. When you look at them, actually, they are jokes. You will know that these people, they are those are these people. Anybody, if you call yourself, you are intellectual, you are educated, you are whoever. doctor, or you call yourself prof, pastor, criminal, following autopilot, you are a moron, sophisticated moron. That's what you are. They brought pastors, garnish him with pastors. Pastors are chanting and ranting for Iberima in Finland. Do you know why? Because anything that they want to use to mental slave you, to remove you, or to bring setback to what you have heard from Radio Biafra, religion must be involved. Pastor must be involved. Anything to lock your brain, pastor must be involved. That is the reason why you find pastors supporting the activities of this criminal. Because everything and anything that has to do with locking a black man's brain, pastor, religion must be involved. Reverend Father must be involved. That is the reason why you even hear Mbaka. Simon Eber told me. Because all of them they are worshipping idols. All of them. Of course, they don't like it when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu tell them they are worshipping idol. Regardless of whether they come and say, man, release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It's not everybody who's called me Nnam who see the kingdom of heaven. No. It is not everybody who use the name God, who knows God. That's something you should understand. Then you will be able to analyze the activities of the criminal syndicate in IPOB. The criminal syndicate, infiltrators rather, not in IPOB, because we have chased all of them out. None of them is actually, is still a member. All of them, we have chased them away. Regardless of what they claim to be or what they present, claiming that they are, we have chased all the criminal elements, the ones that came with the autopilot, both the ones they hashed. We have chased them into the bottomless pit, and I am very, very proud to tell you and to announce to you that autopilot does not exist anymore. And that is the same reason why this Eberima, which I called Maradona today, the Eberima which I called Maradona today, is going to bring Umuwanya Akati Ike Guchago. Let us listen to this Umuwanya Akata. Because let me just leave this one here, because this Umuwanya Akata.
I've just put this together. It is a brand new webinar to show you how you can maximize your time.
You have to keep in mind that this is
not this one. Maradona. I told you that Eberima is Maradona. Nelly Ofebu. I told you are dealing with Maradona. Eberima in Finland, I told you are dealing with C. Ronaldo. You don't understand. Because what we speak is divine. We don't sell propaganda. We don't read it out of a script. When we speak to you from our spirit. That's what we do. We don't reason the way you do. You don't have sense of reason.
To you that there is a law.
Now let us bring it to Umu Adaka, who call themselves Umu Ada. Umu Adaka.
Among the autopilots,
Umu Adaka ne hodi. Ndono na dia chodi. Ndono na dia chodi. He recruited them to help him to fight Delilah in the US, in Nelly of Ebu.
Yeah.
Listen.
And the Umada saw that things were going the wrong way, and we called for a meeting. When we called the meeting, it involves all the autopilot media, and then with the Umada, including Nelly, Biafra Unite, Simon Ekpa, Sima, Kate, Faith, Ogala, and then Wasofia. So all of us were in the meeting, and we now discovered there were things that were going wrong. We wanted to set it in such a way that everybody will lay out his or her grievances and will be able to settle the matter. But in the course of going about it, we now found out that Nelly Ofebu is the brain behind all the chaotic situations that we will have that we discovered. So in the course of that meeting, there were some allegations that were made. And that allegation, one of them is the issue of one of our sisters called Elenero. Elenero was is a Biafran woman, and she was not there in the meeting. But we discovered that her name was raining everywhere, and Nelly Ofebu was taking her name everywhere, tearing her apart and then tearing her down. And we felt that as a Biafran woman, you are not supposed to do that. As a Biafran woman, you are supposed to protect your fellow brothers and sisters. And we now call this meeting to be able to ascertain on what was going wrong and what was going wrong. And when we called for this meeting, Madam Nelly was not able to prove to us the allegation and the blackmail that she levied against her. And one of the pictures she posted on the Instagram, she was accusing the lady of, crashing with Mr. Simon. And when we now go through the deliberations and we ask her a question, and we ask her some series of
crashing with as she was accusing the lady of crashing with Mr. Berimepa. Look at let me see if it is this one is the Alenora. I don't know what they are showing on the screen. I don't know if she's part of the autopilot or she's there. Is she the Alenora? Oh, let me zoom it. Let me zoom it and see. Is this the Alenora? Is this you? Oh, let me check. Let me check. Let's listen to them and see whether this one is the Alenora.
Questions, not even a question, because we wanted to find out what was the problem. Because it's an allegation, and she needed to make herself very clear. And in the course of discovering what's happened, she was not able to prove it, and she told us that she saw the lady. She made a call to Mr. Simon Ekpa, and Mr. Simon had a lady at the background. And when she asked Mr. Simon, who was at the background, whether if it is the wife or what, and then Mr. Simon now said, "Oh, that's the wife." And when we asked Mr. Simon, he now said his own version of his own story, but.
Now, for you to know that all this Adaka, Highway, all these people, they will, when they come, Akata, if I just select my in Finland, before Odokacha no bi, Odokacha after so, Odogosi Zunu, Ogosi Cheo no bi. We feel no way for pastor. For you to see that Adaka they come to that's what they are here for. They make a video call, they saw somebody on the background, and he says is his wife. So which means all these things we've been saying is the truth. Nelly Ofebu, so you love Simon. Well, where will you say, hi. Nelly. But Yadiba. But you are trying, Sha. You are trying, Nelly. You are trying. I give it to you. I give it to you. Because you expose the biggest criminal that we were supposed to be calling our own. You exposed it. Kudos to you, Nelly. Kudos to you. Even though you are the mastermind, but kudos to you for now. Kudos to you. Because that's where we stand. Kudos to you for exposing to us whom Ekberima really is, and bringing to light all this Umuadaka whom they really is, and including exposing yourself for whom you really are. Thank you very much. Kudos to you. Let us continue. Madam Azuka.
Nelly was not able to prove it because she told us that she made up her mind, or she took her decision based on that she heard a woman's voice. And that woman's voice, she couldn't see the woman, she doesn't know the woman, she had a woman's voice. And when we, after hearing both sides, we now discovered that Nelly lied. And I only want to tell, wanted.
So, Umuadaka no Autopilot ndala. Atikunu biakwanela na IPOB. Atikunu biaela na IPOB. Hey! They check who is with who and who is with who. These are the people who bear in Biafra. These are the people who bear in Biafra. Chai. I don't blame this guy who sent me a voice note to say this Umuadaka must go, and that is the reason why Akwukwo Soji say that you cannot, God is not for, women should lead their own fellow women. Under the leadership of a man, women should lead their fellow women. They shouldn't interfere in the things that concerns men. For God is not author of confusion, because he knows. Umuadaka, video call. I wear for wine on our background. I wear not do is it your wife? Is this? This is what you people are bringing. If you are the moon, you people are not ashamed of yourself. You tomorrow, intellectual, educated illiterate will come and tell me I'm proud of Autopilot. Ekberima is doing it well. You people are daft. Daft.
To make Nelly to understand that what she did was very, very wrong. And the blackmail is unacceptable to Umada. And not only that, I want to tell Madam Nelly that what she did was that she blackmailed a Biafran woman, because she was not able to prove to us that the allegation she put out there was so true. And again, my Biafran people, based on this, we want to ask this question. Does Nelly Ofebu know what she was doing by putting out Biafran woman out there and saying laying allegations that doesn't have any evidence? One, if that lady is married, of course, she has put a very big question mark in her marriage.
Wow.
If that lady is having is a fiancé to somebody, or a boyfriend, or has a boyfriend, she has put equally a question mark in that relationship. If that lady has children, I tell you, the children will be questioning their mother's integrity. That is exactly what she did, because she was not able to prove it. She only had a voice of somebody somewhere, and she now claimed that that person was an error. It was unacceptable to the Biafran women.
This is what
is one of the allegations.
If you remember what one of our sisters said here, Marian Hedda, she said that Alenora, she is now trying to do to Ekberima what he did to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. She came to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, believing that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will become, she actually left her husband, running after Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, believing that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be will be her playground. But immediately she saw it's not working, she sold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Now, go to Ekperima in Finland, promise Ekperima in Finland heaven on earth, in the Ekperima who come to the struggle, the criminals who come to make themselves available in the media space, hoping for who will now come and bribe me. I am available for any bribe. Who will now come? Immediately Nelly saw his because if you look at Nelly, she's a psychopath. She screened that Ekperima. No, we can use this one. We can. Maybe while we are using him, I will be maybe we will be using him. That is exactly how it happened. They pick up Ekperima. Now, why they pick up Ekperima now? Ekperima now have Alinora. Iboku now is now Awunyagola Janagalin Iboku. And now, because of Alinora, you will not get all the benefits that you've been getting in Autopilot. Even though we now need to remind the world that Autopilot does not have a leader. Are you paying attention? So all the money I am pushing to you, now Alinora is sitting there eating the money. That is the fight. Alinora is sitting there eating the money. All the super chats that I give, even when you are broadcast, I come with another name, I give super chats. All this, Alinora is the one eating all this. That's what the fight is all about. All the contact, all the money I have pushed to you, even stole Biafra, IPOB, ESM money and gave it to you. Alinora super chat is now going to be the one who is going to be the beneficiary. No. You are not, it's not from me. It's not from, you are confirming it from a Ekperima platform. This is a Ekperima platform. Omo Adaka say they try to make peace. And they discover that it is Alinora super chat. Alinora that is the problem. Alinora. Iduu. And their plans was to destroy. Remember the way they picked Simon from Abakaleke. They picked Anofe and Kanu, a faceless one from who called himself Biafra Unite from Anambra. They picked Momo Boy, give me star. They pick him from Akwa Ibom. They pick him from a Tembom. They pick Nelly from Wawa, Enugu State. They pick Nelly from Enugu State. And they pick who else? Owasofia from Benin City. I am the reason why Benin. I am just trying to tell you this to show you their plans. They planned well. They picked them. So now this region, and they pick also, there are many of them. Even the one who said that Ekperima in Finland need Mazi Nnamdi Kanu need Ekperima in Finland. Yes, they pick Udene. Thank you, Kenneth Wangu. They pick Udele from Imo State. They also, even that one that is saying Ekperima Mazi Nnamdi Kanu need Ekperima more than Ekperima need Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. I think they also pick him from that side of Uzuyo. They pick him from that side. And, they pick them all from different locations in Biafra land. So that knowing that they will clash them. When they clash them, the narrative that will be sold out there is that they are now fighting themselves. Coastal region and the hinterland, they are now clashing. They are fighting themselves. That is the reason why the ones from coastal region there is telling you that the Igbo people are the problem. And the Biafra Unite, so that it will be like Igbo people are the problem. That's why we push Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, we sell him. Now Ekperima come, now Ekperima now. I hope you are understanding what is playing out here. That Igbo people is the problem. That's the narrative they want to push. Because Igbo people are always in the forefront. And that person who is telling you Igbo people is the problem, Igbo people are his or her ancestors. That does not know where they come from. Just somebody like Wike who maybe will write himself Wike. Wike, he remove N, he write it Wike. Those are Ndeli. They don't know they are Igbo. They don't know that if you draw a route where they come from, their ancestral origin, that is the reason why in the Bible they tell you this is the seed of Abraham. They won't tell you it's a seed of Sarah. It is a seed of Abraham. And there is nothing, there is nothing they are planning but to segregate these people, segregate this region, hinterland and coastal region, to segregate them just like Britain did. That's what they did. Because they saw and they felt they are feeling threatened for the unity. Because they know united will stand, divided will fall. But in this area, in this generation now, if you want to stand in the side of the truth, you are welcome. If you want to divide yourself and deviate from the side of the truth, we cannot force you. We can only preach to you to come back. But when the race is getting to an end, if you are delaying us, we push you and boot you back. Go back to the enemy. We will leave you behind. That is how it is. But at the end of the day, they will never sabotage that unity of our people in hinterland, unity of our people in the coast. They cannot. They cannot. They will only try, just like they are trying, but they will never succeed. I don't know if it is these individuals from Abakaleke, Imo State, this place, that place, that are going to represent all these people. That is the narrative they are pushing. Because they want to make you believe that these ones from coastal region are now saying that Igbo people are our problem. Ojukwu sold out, this and that. Igbo people, they always sell out. The ones you call Igbo, which you come from Igbo also origin, they are the ones that are always in the forefront. It is somebody who engage into something that will, be compromised. If you have never engaged into something, you wouldn't have opportunity to be compromised. So you people should come closer and engage. We are calling on you people, come closer and engage. And I love Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He gives everybody opportunity. He gives everybody an opportunity. If you come closer, you will get to be in the leadership. You will get to be in the leadership. But you can't be where you are selling a narrative that Igbo people are this, Igbo people are that. But you make yourself available for politicians to see you and say, come, let me give you small money, you sabotage these people. Come, let me give you money, you stop your job for 3 months to come run a campaign like this. Just like they are doing that one they call Isimma. Isimma. Etembo. Let us continue.
To prove her wrong and corrected her and told her, you cannot do this anymore. Actually, before this meeting, I called Madam Nelly to bring down that, tamper down on, blackmailing this lady, because I know that is not okay, because you are not able to prove what's happened. And not only that, She told me and she promised me that she cannot do that before we even went to the meeting. But she continued barraging
So they are dating.
this lady. That is one of the first thing that.
So they were dating.
The second one was going around tearing Simon down, saying all manners of stuff out there. Every of them has been proven not true. Every of them has been proven not true. The women had over 9 hours the first day of the meeting, and when we finished, we discovered that Nelly lied to us. And Nelly always go out there and say all manners of stuff, saying that she had a revelation somewhere, blackmailing people, and then saying a lot of things without any evidence to support it. So when we discovered all these things, we called all the media people and them that please, everybody should just settle. And then let's calm this down. We had, a lot of, advice from every woman and all the media group. We were so happy that night, and we calmed it. And then we started a rule or some rules that is going to guide us, henceforth. And during that, we were trying to observe everybody and everything they were doing out there. So we were like satellites. All the women were watching what was going on the next day. Faith Ogala, who has been throwing insults, on Simon Ekpa and throwing insults and then not, representing what the Umadas are, or not representing the Biafran women out there. I was there saying all manners of stuff, and we corrected them, which was Sophia and every other person that was, at that meeting that night. But unfortunately, the next day they went as if, the whole world is ending. Nelly started again with these individuals, Feto Gala, Nsima, and Sophia. So they went all out and started barraging insults on Simon. Remember, my Biafran people, that we came here last time and we told the Biafran people that any attack on Mazi Simon Ekpa is attack on the women, because we gave him that power to move, to speak for us until Mazi Nnamdi comes out. So,
Madam Azuka,
any person that goes...
Madam Azuka, we go on a commercial, and in next 1.5 or 2 minutes, we're going to be back.
Okay.
All right.
Let me ask you a question. Have you ever thought about getting started as a trader, but thought, look, you don't have the skill set or the knowledge to succeed? Now, we hear this a lot from graduates before they've started trading. Of course.
Sorry, Biafrans, because of the system, we are having some kind of challenges today, and Madam Azoka and Umuada will continue very shortly.
There is no challenges. There is no challenges. The challenges here now is that Madam Azoka is saying, is going, overboard with what she's supposed to be saying. She's exposing everything. She's exposing everything. Simon Omuwai. That's what Madam Azoka, that's why he's telling you that they are having challenges. There is no challenges here.
Press the system. A moment.
Has proven that what she's saying is true. So the accused members of these Umada, our gallant men and women out there, telling them out. I don't know what is and why she's doing that. She doesn't want to listen to anybody. She doesn't want to pay attention, and she says anything without proofs. She says all manners of stuff without giving a complete evidence to prove what she's saying.
By the time Umuwaya Akata finish with you, you will never come to social media again.
Done a lot to be able.
They have come here to brainwash you. Nelly Jisifa Nelly Asirofa. The problem they have is all of them. They are all criminal. Ego na eselefoku. Wanyi na eselefoku. Simon Alenora na eselefoku. Because they are here to what do you call this? TJ hooker. Hook this person to this person. This is what they have come to do in this freedom fighting in IPOB. That's what they have come to do here.
Our father comprises of everything that you can think of.
Listen to this one. Pay attention to this one.
To ourselves. And so that's why. And May is Biafra month. A lot happened. Our blessed memory, May 30th, Ojukwu declared Biafra, and many other incidents that took place in the month of May, including Bruce Rock, who set himself on fire on May 29th, 1969, and then died on May 30th, 1969, because of the atrocities that is being committed against Biafra, and world turned the other way. So our father, and I'm going to sing it in Ishakari language. So bear with me. Thank you. Oh, when to win on Jedo Yerewa Jedenemwa Gogbe Orukore Jedo Yerewa Jedene Shushe Rene Yewe Jedo Yerewa Ejubiri Anashe no Jedo Yerewa Mojojo Kojo Tunuwe Bene Jedo Yerewa Mueriene Jiene Jedo Yerewa Ejubiri ene temuji Ireye to share Jedo Yerewa.
Sorry for that, I was a bit interrupted. Let's escape these mad people everywhere.
I greet you one more time. I am Madam Anirejurishe Erewa, and it's very shocking the way Nelly started. She started by letting everybody to love her, to really embrace her wholeheartedly, even myself inclusive. But I think Nelly did that, to play or to prey on the intelligence of everyone. I think Nelly played a clever pot on everyone. And then when she now knew that she's now welcomed into the fold, slowly she started to introduce her true color. And as we begin to find out Nelly's true color, we begin to see that Nelly is not who we thought she is. And so we have to come now to set the record straight to the world that Nelly is on her own. I'm telling you, the way she came now.
They have to come now to set the record straight. They have discovered, but all this while, they just discovered, or only Nelly they have discovered. All this while, IPOB, media warriors, we will be telling you these are criminals. These are criminals. They're only discovering today. Tomorrow they will still discover Ekperima himself. They will discover him themselves. You see, Ekperima is calling everybody criminal, including Soludo that is not part of the struggle. He will, they will still discover your criminality, Mr. Lawyer, Mr. Onyami. Onyami reserve bench in Dami. Very soon, don't worry. Finland is calling for it. Maybe you will stop being reserve bench in Dami. You will carry gun and go and fight for your country, Finland. Very soon. So let us continue. Somebody asked for the link.
And when I look at the information that Nelly is putting out there about Simon Ekpa, I started to wonder within me that I think this is beyond what we all are thinking.
No, let me place it here. Let me place this one.
This so-called Nelly, I'm surprised that she's an ingrate. Because I could remember that Simon did not do anything to Biafrans that are calling him names.
Okay.
This Jezebel Nelly was the cause of everything that all the names that Biafrans, some Biafrans, global ones that are calling Simon Ekpa.
Okay.
All the sins of this woman, Simon Ekpa, carrying that sin, her sins in his.
All the sins of this woman, Ekperima in Finland is carrying the sin. When Ekperima come to say, I am Nelly and Nelly is me. Let me look for it and bring it to your screen as well. Let us know who is fooling who now. Because all of you jumping out here from your cocoon, all this Umuada highway, Umuadaka, jumping out to come and defend the Ekperima. All of you, the same fate await all of you, Ndoshi. Criminals all over the place. Umuada highway. Now let me see. Ekperima say, I am Nelly. Nelly is him. This is it. Where he said he is Nelly. Nelly is him. Listen.
What I have just done, or do you want to bank on the fact that I should condemn Nelly for saying that Biafra is a scam? Or are you coming here to ask me to attack her because he brought Iduu when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, in the absence of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu?
So you know.
Thank you for the opportunity. I must thank you, irrespective of our differences. But I am here to tell you that
it is not this one. Let me remind you again, because we don't forget. We keep record. He believed that it will trend only 1 week and go off social media. We will keep bringing it back because we keep the previous to use it to judge the current. That's how we do. We put the previous together, keep it intact to use it to judge the present. They are not together, but they raise fund together.
not exist. Biafra or death.
The energy of freedom. Listen.
Other people will.
Just one moment. One moment. We have a lot of videos here. We have a whole lot. So it is actually most of the time we come here, wherever spirit takes you, we go to that direction. Wherever it brings you, you know, we are not working according to the script. We work according to the power of freedom, the energy of freedom. Listen.
Other people will begin to recognize us. So, my dear, I'm going to tell you for the last time. Nobody knows Biafra. It's not an international name. Nobody knows Biafra. It doesn't matter. Start screaming from today till tomorrow. Nobody will understand what you mean. Because spiritually, Biafra does not exist. Biafra is an illusion. Biafra is...
When Nelly was yabbing all this rubbish, Simon is still Nelly and Nelly is still Simon. Pay attention, oh. When she was yabbing, telling you that what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped, tortured, and rendition for, more than 3.5 million women and children died prior to 1967 to 1970, even until date, people are still dying for, is not what they are fighting for. And yet Nelly was Mazi, was Simon Ekpa, and Simon Ekpa was Nelly. Listen.
It's a cause. Biafra is killing, death, destruction. I can't emphasize this more than this.
Exactly, Dr. Nelly. Please, can you allow people that want to answer Biafra to answer Biafra, please? Please.
Because I don't want people dying because some fool put something that only do one deal, Biafra or death. How can anybody tell you Biafra or death? But if it's Biafra or death, aren't you happy that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu already died that death? He died for us. He died for Biafra. And you still don't understand Biafra or death. There's no Biafra. That's why he died in Kenya. And if you people don't believe me that he died in Kenya, time will prove me right. He died, Biafra or death. He already died. Why would you die for a death that somebody already died? Christ came and died.
Remember, they gave her the breaking news that the guy the person you sold to us died. They gave her the breaking news. That's why she's saying it. The person she sold to them died. That's the breaking news. Anofia. Continue.
Why are you dying again? So
upon all these things, because the money is coming into Ekperima's pocket and Ekperima na with Alenora. All these things, because the money is coming, Ekperima could not do anything. Ekperima could not debunk it. Ekperima could not get angry. But immediately when they find out, because Alenora will Ekperima, immediately when they start Tiawala Alenora Anya, Ekperima now realize, no, I can't be here anymore. I can't be here anymore. Start slanting because they have given you enough. Listen and listen attentively.
Only ignorance that is going to make you die. You're going to die because of your ignorance, not because he has not done. You're waiting for him to start screaming from DSS dungeon. Oh, we don't have to die for Biafra anymore. Oh, he already paid the price. He's our leader. He's the one that is preaching Biafra or death. He died. He died. And if you don't believe me, you will feel sorry when you realize that you already died and you're not supposed to be dying for Biafra. Biafra does not exist. Biafra or death. Yes, we got death. We've been getting death because there's nothing like Biafra. And I'll keep telling you the truth until people who are listening, who are already ordained to understand, are understanding. People like the other person, probably they might die for Biafra. That's their business. Biafra does not exist. Thank you.
Somebody sent me a video yesterday that I said Nelly Ofebu is me, and I am Nelly Ofebu. Yes, Nelly Ofebu is me, and I am Nelly Ofebu.
Exist, Biafra or death. Yes, we got death. We've been getting death because there's nothing like Biafra. And I'll keep telling you the truth until
everything that all the names that
to die because of your ignorance, not because he has not done. You're waiting for him to start screaming from DSS dungeon. Oh, we don't have to die for Biafra anymore. Oh, he already paid the price. He's our leader. He's the one that is preaching Biafra or death. He died. He died. And if you don't believe me, you will feel sorry when you realize that you already died and you're not supposed to be dying for Biafra. Biafra does not exist. Biafra or death. Yes, we got death. We've been getting death because there's nothing like Biafra. And I'll keep telling you the truth until people who are listening, who are already ordained to understand, are understanding. People like the other person, probably they might die for Biafra. That's their business. Biafra does not exist. Thank you.
Somebody sent me a video yesterday that I said Nelly Ofebu is me, and I am Nelly Ofebu. Yes, Nelly Ofebu is me, and I am Nelly Ofebu.
this so-called Nelly, I'm surprised that she's an ingrate because I could remember.
Okay, I hope you heard that. Thank you very much, Kara Gold. I hope you heard that. Nelly Ofebu is a Berima is Nelly Ofebu. I hope you heard it. Now, let's go back to what we were saying. Listen.
That man Simon did not do anything to Biafrans that are calling him names.
Okay.
This Jezebel Nelly was the cause of everything that all the names that Biafrans, some Biafrans, global ones that are calling man Simon Ekpa.
Is Nelly Simon Ekpa's mother? Is Nelly Simon Ekpa's mother? Ekperima told you that he is Nelly and Nelly is him. So why have you come here now to tell us that it is because of Nelly that the Biafrans are calling Simon name? When a wise person say, if you show me your friend, I will tell you whom you are. Birds of the same feather, they flock together. Now, you are now coming to clean, to act like because you are you are now trying to protect the interest of Ebeneli Kose. That's what you people are doing. Azuka want to take over where Nelly stopped. That's what is going on here. Listen, Father Chiegi like this in United States. Let us continue.
All the sins of this woman, Mas Simon Ekpa, carrying that sin, her sins in his field.
Okay, we'll at the stump. Hit the stump as many times as we can before the payment is.
And put in so that that thing will get heard. He said, yes. In fact, I don't know where to start. I'm so surprised of all these things that is happening. This so-called Nelly, I'm surprised that she's an ingrate, because I could remember that Simon did not do anything to Biafrans that are calling him names. This Jezebel Nelly was the cause of every
Umada Highway. So you people endorse that name I gave Nelly, Jezebel Nelly. You people endorsed it. Wow. You people will still endorse the truth, but don't endorse it when it is too late. You will still endorse the truth about all of you, one after another, but do not endorse it when it is too late. That's my concern. If you don't start now, you will never finish.
That all the names that Biafrans, some Biafrans, gullible ones that are calling Mazi Moneba.
Gullible ones.
All the sins of this woman.
So now you know that there is a sin in Nelly. The sin we are trying to expose to the world to see. You didn't see it. You didn't hear it. Now you know there is a sin that Simon Berima has taken up. You know, he's a partaker of this sin. He's a partaker of this sin. Today now he's come out to act like it is all about Nelly. It's not only Nelly. You are a criminal. You were leading the syndicate. Remember, I told you that when there is a criminal, there is accomplices. You were leading the syndicate of these criminals. You were their leader. Regardless of what they come to say, there was no leader, but you claim you are a spokesperson. So you are a criminal. Birds of the same feather flock together. Listen.
Simon Ekpa carrying that sin, her sins in his shoulder. Even when he did not do anything, even when he did not know that this woman has gone astray.
Now, Umu Adaka is coming to tell you, Eberima did not know that this woman has gone astray, but this same woman was the one who told Eberima that DOS has a demonic hold on it. Eberima buy it. This same woman is the one who told Eberima that DOS sold Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Eberima bought it. This same woman was the same woman who told Eberima there is nothing like Biafra anymore. It is Iduu. Iduu, which came from Sophia. Eberima bought it. This same woman was the same woman who told Eberima to disregard IPOB structured led by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that they are criminals. This same woman is the one who told Eberima that she is in charge of ESN. She is the one in charge of the account of ESN. Every money there that they are going to share it. Eberima agreed, they sharing it. Now the money of ESN is finished, and when they do fundraising, you know, there is nobody turning up anymore. No much people turning up anymore. Now they started realizing their flaws. Today that Umu Adaka come to tell you that Eberima did not know when he ate the forbidden fruit. Let's assume that Eberima did not know when he ate the forbidden fruit. Let's just play the devil advocate here for a minute. Eberima does not know when he ate the forbidden fruit. But now that he realized that he was eating the forbidden fruit, did he try to vomit it? No. He chewed it, he swallowed it, he digested it. If Eberima indeed was misled by Nelly to carry the sins of Nelly, because according to you in the Eberima platform, this is Eberima platform. According to Umu Adaka, they said that Eberima did not know that Nelly is evil. They said that Ekperima did not know that Nelly sold Nnamdi Kanu. Now that he knew, or now that he knows that Nelly did all that, did Ekperima come to apologize to Biafrans? Let's just say that Ekperima did not know, but now that he knows, did Ekperima come to apologize to the DOS? Answer is no. Did Ekperima come to apologize to Biafrans, IPOB, all of us, including myself? Did Ekperima come to apologize? The answer is no. So, what are all these women talking about? What are they talking about? Listen. Maybe you will understand more what they are talking about more than I will do.
Simon Ekpa will carry her sin. People will be calling Simon Ekpa. Simon.
1 minute. 1 minute. Let me refresh the network.
What Nelly did that because Simon Ekpa used to defend you, and you. Oh my goodness! I don't know how to express my feelings.
Defending her for free? No.
Why this woman is so wicked that he cannot appreciate someone that is defending her even when she went wrong? Simon Ekpa will be pleading, I beg, leave her, leave her, leave her, leave her. Still, she cannot appreciate that. Okay. And because of Simon Ekpa, the whole Biafrans come know this Jezebel. Because I call her Jezebel. She's a Jezebel.
Because none of
she don't deserve to call one that in Biafra land. Very wicked. Wicked spirit, envy, jealousy, bitterness always. When you see her face, you will see demon's face. Every time she wants to say something, she cannot.
Nelly, you have heard it, or you have heard what Simon has, belittled you to be. To call Umuadaka to come and start insulting you in the public domain. Nelly, you have heard it. But they are still calling you Madam Nelly to show that they know you are better than all of them in criminality. They are still calling you Madam Nelly. I know you are C. Ronaldo. Show them those skills that made you C. Ronaldo. Just like Maradona is now showing you the skills that made him Maradona. Nelly, you have heard. The ball is going to your court right now. The ball is going right now. That's what is going on. You need to show them. Imagine how many women he recruited. He recruited 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 women or 10. Looks like I counted it as a woman also. Because maybe he is. 11 women against you, Nelly. Nelly, but we'll wait for your response to this woman. I don't know whether you have responded to them or not, but I will try to find out whether you have given them your response. Of course, I know you will. You are C. Ronaldo, don't forget. Ekperima is Maradona. I told you and I warned you. You took it for granted. Now you can see it. He recruited Umuadaka, the one you people call the real Umuada, to fight you. Listen, everybody, you go to Oye, you fight. You go to Afo, you fight. You go to Nkwo, you fight. You go to Eke, you fight. Who is the problem causer? Are you the one causing the problem, or is it in the since you have fought in 4 market days we have in Biafra land? Now listen to different Umada before we come back to this.
To withstand them. Father, protect our people.
Okay.
To take care of the Eastern Security Network, money to take care of our leaders' legal proceedings, money to take care of the businesses and issues of IPOB under Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And our leader was kidnapped and put into DSS incarceration. And the first thing these people did, Oyibo, that's Rita Eze, Nelly Ofewu,
okay,
and Latrina Mark Peters. They were the people that were in that, the signatories of that. I remember when this account was opened, the Umwere account, when they are the signatories of this Umwere account that was opened on June.
Let me forward it.
They wanted to move it out so that Madam Nyanya will not get to it. And after it was moved, Oyibo came to say that IPOB is broke. Mike Peter said,
that was when the money was there. The money was there. Nelly is Perima is Nelly. When the money was there, Nelly is me and I am Nelly. The money was there. Arinora was still in hiding place in the shell. Arinora was still hiding in the shell, in the cocoon. Now the money is finished. Arinora appear from the sky. Wow. Listen.
Anything, you respect my gray hair. I will let you know that. I let everybody talk all nonsenses that they want to talk.
Okay.
Because it's not every water that rain that you bring out your basin to catch.
Okay. We'll hurt you.
Why are you picking a battle for Nelly and Oyibo?
Okay. Let me see.
A barrister. You might be a lawyer.
Okay.
They hide it from IPOB. And Nelly went around flying every other document. But she never said that something like this went on. She never mentioned or said, okay, Madam Mike Peters said something like this. But this is the way it went. And they hid it. And the only thing Simon Ekpa could call Umuada is illiterate.
Of course. That's what you people are. He called your people illiterate. He called y'all illiterate because y'all aren't understanding the handwriting, reading on the wall. That's why y'all are illiterate. You understand? That's why y'all are illiterate. Now, I want you to, I'm going to leave it here. They were talking about when the money, 700 and something thousand, almost $1 million was there. The Fana Kopoli, Yana Monelli, na Kopoli the money. And everything was all right. But today, the money is no longer there. That's why this one is happening.
Communicate with peace. She had peace. She had peace. Why this woman is like this? Okay, this problem comes. We called you. You came, and all the media warriors, they agreed and pleaded with Simon and said, sorry, we are sorry. We didn't know that it is like this.
Okay.
Tomorrow, you bought them over again.
Oh! Now they are agreeing with us that Nelly has been buying these media warriors over. Are you seeing what we've been lamenting over and over again? Some people call us jealousy. Some people call us different names. Now you have agreed with us that she is buying them over. So she is the highest bidder. on all this for those who making video. Ekperima is need Mazi Nnamdi Kanu need Ekperima more than Ekperima need Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So it is highest bid that takes those media warriors of Autopilot and Iduu animals. Listen.
Share the money. Politician like you. You came in the world to say that you are a freedom fighter, not knowing that you are not a freedom fighter. I used to love you so much.
Wow.
I used to follow you. After 10 months, after 1 year, getting to 1 year, they kidnapped our leader. Master Simon had been doing a lot of job to us. But Biafrans,
a lot of jobs to you guys.
Master Simon is speaking the minds of Biafrans, and we love him. Then why are you so jealous? When you see a woman around you, I don't know. Why
we are whiter than white. We are whiter than snow. Anybody who does not like our way should go to Nigeria. You go and meet a transformer. You hug it. You wet yourself. You go and hug it. We are whiter than white. We are whiter than snow. Whatever we tell you is divine. You are listening to it. This was messages we told you, few months and few weeks ago. Few months ago, they are now confirming it. This is like Aleze Bini Megideba Aleze Ibia. A kingdom will rise against kingdom. Listen to it. Listen to it. Oh. Chukwu Okike abịa manyara ya aka.
From this young man, is it your brother? Nelly, I'm asking you, is it your boyfriend? Can't you go and look for your mate? Is it your mate? Why are you looking into his private life? Is he not a human being? Because he's in freedom fight, he cannot laugh, he cannot have friends. Anybody that give him a spat chat, you will go and check the profile of that person. Why your name is blackmail? You brought this whole thing, this struggle. You are the one that scattered all these things, not knowing that you are evil. Really, you are so evil and wicked that you want Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to die in DSS dungeon. Immediately they kidnap our leader. You started bringing Iduu. And Mazi, I stated it. You say you brought a narrative that if we mention Iduu, the spirit of Iduu will release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, not knowing that you want the Queen of England, the Elizabeth in Biafra. The Queen of Biafra, you want to be our Elizabeth? Nonsense. What kind of human being are you? Every time trouble, tormenting people, humiliating people, shouting down on people. I don't know that this is what Simon is passing through. We cannot tolerate it from you. Allow this guy to do his work.
Why was he passing through that? Because he sold his conscience to Nelly and ate the forbidden fruit. Once you go south, you're not going home. So now, all these things are medicine after death. That's what you people are presenting here. All of you are criminals who came to destroy IPOB. But unfortunately for you guys, you could not. We are bringing this program to an end. We are going to call it a day. But unfailingly, we will be back tomorrow. We will be back tomorrow. Of course, we will be back tomorrow. Preparing for the challenge. Preparing for the court sitting. We will be back tomorrow to continue to expose the enemy. Depending on what they present this night will determine what we'll be doing tomorrow. But we want to focus basically on the court sitting that is coming in a few days' time. So we will be back tomorrow because we can never
indigenous Biafrans. In case you never know, we are the chosen generation. In case you never know, we hid into the call of our past heroes. Monsters are killing us, pressing silent, but we know that this is war. Everybody know, they know, you know, and we know. They don't want us to be free, cause we got it all. Out of this is deceiving, now then we go. Every inch and every mile they think we never go. Cause we need our freedom. We want our freedom. Give us our freedom. We demand our freedom. Tell the Babylon say, Jano, Jano. Tell the Babylon say, Hona, Hona. Beginning of time, suffering and tribulation, yeah. Marginalization and lies, they never wanna see us survive. The government, they always steal and kill. They wanna blow the candlelight of generations young. I feel the pain, but I believe in letter in. Biafra, the sunshine of life. Say no place like home, no place like home. Yeah. No turning back, no going back, no turning back till we take our home.